Hi guys, this is one more video at Conscience channel, and today I'm gonna talk about the bodies of the consciousness. Or better than saying the Holosoma. Holosoma is a compound word comprising two Greek terms. The first term is the prefix "holo," which means whole, total, complete, collection, and the second term is soma, that means body. Holosoma is the complete set of the bodies of the consciousness. And a body is a tool that we use to manifest in a specific dimension, for instance, the physical dimension. Likewise, the consciousness has other bodies to manifest in different dimensions than the physical. The other side of body of the consciousness are appropriately used to manifest in their native dimensions. Each vehicle has its own characteristics and functions. We can say as well that each body of the consciousness has its own anatomy, physiology, and pathologies. Our set of bodies is composed of four vehicles of manifestation. They are the soma, energosoma, psychosoma, and finally the mental soma. So now I'm gonna explain each body for our better understanding. Let's start with talking about the soma that we both use that. So the soma or physical body is the most rustic, dense, and fragile of all bodies. The soma has organs and allows for an excellent interaction with the physical dimension. The most important part of the body, or most important part of our physical body, is the brain. Why that? Because the brain is the central command. By using the brain, our consciousness has total access to interact with the physical dimensions, physical object, or physical reality, could say. But it is interesting to know that it's only a body. I'm not saying it's us. I just say this body. And we know, and not we, the consciousness. So we are different. We are not a body. We are something beyond the body. So in fact, we can say that we as a consciousness never touch the physical reality. Why I say that? Because us as a consciousness just use the physical body to touch the physical dimension. So it is impossible for the consciousness because it doesn't have form. It doesn't have density. Alright? So let's go. And now about the energosome. So what is the energosome? The energosome is our energetic body. It's the body of energies. In many instances, a lot of people use the term all chakra, which is mean the set of chakras. And as probably you guys know, chakra is a center for processing energy or bioenergy. The energosome is a body that surrounds the physical body entirely and extends around 1 or 2 inches beyond the sink. The energosome has two main functions. The first is to vitalize the physical body, so has a strong interaction with the physical body. The energosome and the physical body they are, I could say, not too close, but they interact perfectly. The energosome is responsible for physical activity and vigor. For instance, the good health of energosome account for our general well-being. We feel more full of life, and our memory and overall work at their best. People who do not have health in their nervosome due to the energetic blockage and imbalance suffer from a generalized lack of motivation and are often without energy to do what they deserve. So, the second function of the nervosome is to link the physical body, or soma, with the body we use during our projections. That I'm gonna talk a little bit later is the psychosoma. And this linkage is obviously related to the capacity to have projection of the consciousness. So if our energy is more flexible, free flowing, and loose, then disconnection from the soma with lucidity is easier. And on the other hand, if our energies are more rigid, stagnant, this will create an obstacle for us leaving the body. Therefore, the energetic flexibility is one of the most important facts in terms of leaving the body. For personal experience, I could say it is. And one interesting point about the energosome is that it is the only body that not carry the consciousness. So what this means? This means that it's impossible for us having one kind of actual projection using the nervosome in particular and separate just consciousness and the nervosome. For instance, the opposite occurred with the psychosoma that is able to carry our consciousness wherever we want to go, wherever we wish. The nervosome is more like a link to connect us with us consciousness living inside of the power head of the psychosoma. The power head of the psychosoma is the head of the psychosoma, of course. The nervosome, is this link with our power head from the psychosome to the physical vehicle, to the brain, I could say. So when the soma die, this connection is ruptured. The energies of the nervosome that continues in the soma then are dispersed. With each new rebirth, the energies of the nervosome are formed that allows for another new connections of the consciousness to the new physical body, to the new physical structure. It seems that each cell of the physical body has a connection to respective area of the psychosome. So let's understand the energosome have this strong linkage with the psychosoma and the soma. And each cell of the physical body has a link in a specific area in the psychosome. So everything is connected. All these connections, when we are outside the body, are grouped into one, as you guys can see in that picture right now, that is well known as silver cord. And the silver cord is the connection while we are outside the body. It transfers information, energy, in either way, from the physical body to the energosoma and vice versa. So let's talk about the psychosoma. So when we leave the body, we realize that we are using another vehicle. In some projections, we can even see our immobile physical body lay in the bed, while at the same time we recognize that we are using a cyto body that looks like identical to the physical one. This second body that we have most of our projections is called Holosoma. Holosoma also is our emotional body, being one of the reasons that it is so hard to be lucid outside the body without emotional balance. The lack of discernment about our emotions create another obstacle in projections, but this condition can be overcome with personal efforts. What really interesting about the Holosoma is the lack of hate, which is a very comfortable feeling since the Holosoma does not have organs as the physical. Another thing that we can perceive is also the lack of breathing, and with that we understand how much energy we had to use to do this kind of physical work. And it's interesting because the breathing get so many energy for us and get low our lucidity. So using the Holosoma, we can experience more lucid than we are experiencing right now, due to the lightness of this vehicle. And this can also lead us to more evolved dimension impossible to be described by the physical point of view, or even by words. As I said, the Holosoma doesn't have organs, and this means that it doesn't have vocal cords. So the most common way of the consciousness in this kind of body, the most common kind of communication in this body is used by telepathy. Of course, some astrophysical consciousness are unable to do due to their current evolutionary condition. They are conditioned by the physical thought that is necessary to communicate using the mouth, while in the no physical dimensions, mouth is only a form created by the consciousness without a real utility. As we know, the lightness of the body makes possible for us flight, and the flight only depends of each dimension we are and the level of awareness at that moment. You can't fly if you are too heavy. If you are in a low dimension, or if you are not awareness of it, if you have just the minimum of velocity to understand that you are outside, you could say. So mental soma, the fourth body of the consciousness, is the most sophisticated and complex body. While in the mental soma we enjoy a high level of lucidity and clarity that is impossible in the psychosoma or in soma. In other words, with the mental soma, we are able to reach our higher level of awareness. The mental soma has no defined shape, no limbs, no trunk, nor even a head. While manifesting with this body, we can say, for instance, that the consciousness is a point of lucidity or awareness that can go anywhere. However, the fact is that mental soma is not a point and does not like one. it doesn't have form. It's complex for us to understand what exactly it is. If you don't understand what it don't have form, it's impossible for us. Due to our reality is formed by forms. Everywhere we can recognize diverse types of forms. So it's very hard for us human beings understand this condition. So mental somatic projections have been quite reported, even though they are not common as the psychosomatic projections. Several synonyms have been used to refer to this type of experience, such as nirvana, expansion of the consciousness, begin one with the universe, oceanic consciousness, and consciousness. The connection between the psychosoma and the mental soma is called the golden cord, as you guys can see as well in this picture. But in fact, it's only a representation because it doesn't have form and it's impossible to be described by a drawing. You know, we not have much to say about this body because it is still very far from our evolution. But it's really important to figure out that it doesn't mean that we cannot experience this condition, but we will only pass few minutes in it, of course. The mental somatic mentioned, as I said, doesn't have form, as well doesn't have space, and not even time, being so hard for us to understand that. Now to summarize, I want to say that the Holosoma, therefore, is composed of up to 4 bodies. 3 of these, the soma, psychosoma, and the mental soma, they are able to carry the consciousness. Differently, the nervosome. So is basically what I have to say for today. I hope you guys liked this video, and thanks for watching. I expect you guys in the next video that I'm gonna talk about bioenergy and its manifestation. Thanks very much for that, and peace, and much light for you guys. Thank you.